guys are like the Harlem Globetrotters of janitors.
They're the Harlem Janitors of basketball players.
You know, I saw the Harlem Globetrotters.
How was it?
It was awesome.
Did they win?
Yeah, they won. And then I asked my grandparents who took me. I was like, why didn't the other team even try? They're like, that's the show, honey.
I think that's a Simpsons bit.
Really?
Yeah. Homer's watching it. He's like, these other guys aren't scoring 1 point on them.
They didn't. I was like baffled. And then they told me like you just experienced a show.
Can you do?
It wasn't a game.
Do you know the theme song? The Harlem Globetrotters theme song?
No.
It's cool. It's a good one.
But I saw them in Harlem, and I got autographed pictures.
Remember when they used to be on Scooby Doo?
Slightly. No, yeah.
Yeah.
Weren't the Guardian Angels on Scooby Doo?
The Guardian, the New York City vigilante group? No, I don't think they were.
That'd be really funny. Look, Shaggy, it's Curtis Sleepwalk. Daphne's like,
he just severed a 14-year-old spine.
But he was stealing candy. They try to rip the 14-year-old's mask off. It's just his face.
Alright, let's do some titles. Face Mask.
What about Synth and the Moog?
I don't know. Grim and the Glamour. Grim and the Glamour.
Glamour Grim. Grim Glamour.
Contortionist's Knot.
Let's make one for the ladies.
Ooh. What does that consist of?
You know, like a chick flick.
You want to make a chick flick?
I don't know. I just feel like we should stir it up.
Okay, let's stir it up. What's it going to be called?
I thought that was a guy who looked like you in that other movie.
What do you want to call this chick flick?
I don't know. Let's maybe we always do this title first. Right?
Yeah. How about Coyote Pretty?
You really like that one. Your face.
How about The Candelabra's Edge?
That sounds dirty.
The summer I met JoJo.
How about the Summer of Samantha?
I love it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, get us started.
It's 1978. I don't know.
What?
I don't know much about the 70s.
No, yeah, make it contemporary, I think, or make it like 2007.
Oh.
Okay.
That's a great time. Was it?
It's a great time for women.
Yeah, and that's what the headline in the paper says.
Yeah, 2007, the year of the woman, and we see the newspaper, and then the newspaper headline says
we're gonna use those, but the opening is the really high crane shot coming down on the suburban block, and you see the kid throwing the papers onto the yards, and he throws the paper, and it lands at the feet of somebody, and they pick it up, and they open it up, and it says
2007, the year of the woman. I got a different take. Okay, so it is. We open up with a montage of. What is all that noise?
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. I just want to make sure that's what it is. So we open up with a montage of the city, New York City, and my baby takes the morning train.
No, how about the ad-libs? Boy from New York City.
What?
The ad-libs.
Sing it.
You know, he's got a pretty...
Dude, it's about a girl. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the other one?
My baby takes the morning train. So we see that we're going different shots of busy people in Manhattan. Then all of a sudden, the camera starts getting pulled out all the way to some like outer borough, maybe like Staten Island, or even all the way to Connecticut. And
That's a big far pullback.
Guess what? This movie is not going to be that exciting.
No.
What?
It's gonna be great.
Okay, and we're in a small suburban cafe. The camera slaps.
Wait, so we were in New York City for no reason.
Yeah, it was a misdirect. And it slaps the front of the newspaper, and we're just face to face with this newspaper. It says 2000, and the music stops. It goes bong. It says 2007, the year of the woman, and then we see the paper go down. We see our heroine, Samantha, about 28 years old, smoking a cigarette, and she goes, "What bullshit." And then we pull out, she's talking to her friend, Synth, and they're having mimosas, and they go, "Year of the woman," more like year of
Continued man's cock on the floor.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, what?
Continued man's cock. Like it's such a long phallus that it's it's on the floor and it's continuing. They're still trying to find the head.
What are you talking about?
The year.
What does that mean?
It's not the year of the woman.
It's not the year.
It's the year of the continued man's phallus.
Why are you saying continued man?
Because it's always been. It's just continuing.
Oh, do you want to make a movie called The Continued Man?
Oh.
All right.
Where's this going though?
Ooh, this lemon lime seltzer
Has a trivia?
it's really tasting like Sprite.
Is that good?
It's not bad.
One time I ate pizza and it tastes like Chinese food.
One time, you know who said that? Marco Polo.
That his Chinese food tastes like pizza?
Okay, all right. I don't know. I mean, are you feeling inspired by Year of Samantha? I don't.
No, Summer of Samantha.
Okay. All right, you take it. I'll follow. You are the one. You know women.
Well, Samantha, Synth, and her friend Moogie are sitting in the diner
Yeah.
because it was an extreme pullback
Yeah.
to Jersey.
Jersey.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
They say so.
then
More like
they're sitting
continued
there.
man's cock on the floor.
Okay, yeah.
And they go,
And then-
and then Moog and Synth go, "What do you mean?"
What do you mean?
And then she tries to explain it, and it makes sense to no one.
Yeah, she's like, it's always been a man's world.
And they're like, "Why didn't you say that?"
She's like, I don't know.
All right, Sam.
I haven't had my coffee yet. Where's this fucking bitch anyway?
Okay.
And she goes, and then Moogie's like, Samantha, it's the year of the woman. Respect her.
Yeah, and but
Sorry, this cunt.
Ooh, okay, but the waiter comes and it's a young guy, and they go, "Who the hell are you?" You know, with your sweet little cheeks.
Yeah. And they go, hey, Moogie, get a load of this.
Nope. Nope.
Look at this dressed up clown.
Yeah. Better. Oh, fix your... Stop giving me stuff to edit.
What, that?
No, your references to your dirty sayings. Now everybody knows what you were...
Oh. That's a line of
It's a line.
convolution.
That's a line of convolution. Okay.
Continued phallus on the floor.
Continued. So, what happens next?
Well, Samantha's... No. Moog and Synth are giving him a hard time.
Yeah.
They're like just ratting on him. And he's like, kind of like...
Nope. Don't do the voice.
Yes, I can!
You can't.
He's like... So 3 coffees
Yeah. Okay.
and I don't know. You lost me. All my good stuff is gone now.
So you don't want to do Summer of Samantha?
I really want to.
And keep going.
Well, I
But stop
I can't
being
get the dialogue out right now. But
Okay,
basically
yeah,
the gist
skip the dialogue.
is Moog and Synth are ratting on the waiter. Mm-hmm. And Synth, or
Don't light the stuff on
Samantha,
fire.
is sitting there staring at him with kind of like dreamy eyes. And
Dreamy
she's
eyes.
like, I think
Sexy eyes.
I like your short eyes.
Nope.
And she's like, actually, I think you're kind of cute.
Okay, Samantha says
And
that.
now, yeah, and then Moog and Synth's mouths just drop.
And then Samantha's mouth drops. She's like, I'm sorry, I can't believe I said that.
No, she's in control.
Okay, interesting.
And she goes, you must be new around here.
Yeah,
Because we come here all the time,
yeah,
and we ain't never seen you.
yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I am new. And she goes, well, why don't you come hang out with us?
Okay,
And
Moog.
they make a noise, and Samantha kicks one of them on the table, and they go, yep. Oh, but you can just go,
What, women, what, vagina? I'm not allowed to say vagina?
all right, hangina.
Maybe we shouldn't be writing a movie for women.
This is good.
Okay.
We know what they want.
Famously.
And she's like, what? Don't mind them. What time do you get off? And he's like, I don't get off.
He says, I don't get off. Ever.
Yeah, they've got me working like.
Wait. He says, I don't get off ever. And she's like, that's too bad. Because I get off all the time.
She goes, and he's like, and and then Moo goes, geez, Sam, with the way you're looking at him, he's probably getting off right now.
Oh. I think we should do a different movie. Why don't we just do a horror movie? All right. Summer of Sam.
Well, so all right,
Wait, Summer of Sam's a movie.
I know, Summer of Samantha.
Oh.
But okay, let's turn to a horror film then.
Okay.
How about it's about a girl who's obsessed with Summer of Sam?
Who's obsessed with the movie Summer of Sam?
No, like the whole thing. It's called Summer of Sam.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know if it is.
Dude, my parents lived in the area where this happened. They grew up talking about this to me.
Summer of Sam. Okay.
No, the son of Sam.
Yeah, Son of Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't want to do serial killer. You know I like to get weird. It's hard to get weird enough with that. Let's do a couple more titles. Let's get some more titles out.
You go. I got that.
I'm trying. I'm trying not to do whole sentences. Bone hat.
Moogie.
Tooth decay.
Bone fry.
Stabbing.
Time.
Stabbing time. I don't know. What do you think of that?
The Stabberinos.
The Stabberinos? You seem to like that, but I don't know why.
Well, I see 3 Mexican brothers. What?
What?
I'm almost.
You're not almost. You're half Puerto Rican.
Whatever. I can say
That's
the
like if
N
I
word.
was like, oh, I can talk about Lebanese people because I'm half Jewish. I can't.
Let's talk about them. Let's go hard on them. Oh, that guy's someone, the one with the dreads.
Ooh, Cools. I used to smoke Cools.
I used to smoke Cools too. They were really good, right?
They were the most mentholated. We need to come up with a great title. We can't do the Stabberinos. All right.
How about fan dresser?
No.
Fan dresser.
You know what? You just keep coming. You're coming up with a lot of titles. You keep coming up with them. I'll veto them as necessary. Pencil fist. Razor napkin.
The pencil freak.
Floor boy. Floor boy?
No.
Cleveland time.
Cleveland time?
The man under the floor.
Too much like the other one.
The lizard tenant.
That's too much of a giveaway.
The lizard president.
A land of lizards.
The
linguist.
My mechanical neighbor.
What's he building in there?
Oh, what's he building?
That's a
in
Tom
there?
Waits song title, but we could steal it.
Yeah, fine. Let's do it.
What's he building in
What's he building in there?
And it's about a neighbor
Yeah.
who can't sleep because his neighbor...
Okay, so we open up. Richard Radowski.
he sounds like he would get very annoyed.
Wakes up in the middle of the night. Ding, 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 ding. He goes, oh, fuck. He bangs on the door. He bangs on the wall. He goes,
No, this is like in the suburbs. This is like his another house right next to him.
Okay, so he opens the window. He goes, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to sleep.
How about he's in bed and he says this as out loud to himself. He's like, God damn motherfuck. I'm trying to fucking sleep.
Yeah,
And then
okay.
he opens the window and he just listens.
He just listens.
And he's like, the fuck is he doing? It's 2 a.m. And he looks over at the clock.
And then the banging starts getting louder and louder and louder. And then Richard takes his slipper and he throws it at the other house. And then it gets quiet for a second. And he starts backing up from the window, getting ready to go back in bed.
He's like, we can see him through the window in the light from like the street light. And then he gets kind of nervous and he backs up into the shadows.
And then we start, the camera moves and we start zooming in on the slipper on the neighbor's lawn. And as we get close, we hear a big bang, 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 bang. And then the fucking title card comes down. What's he doing in there? Directed by Jerry and Tom. By Jerry and Tom Productions.
Starring Jerry and Tom.
What's he doing in there? Then it's morning. We cut to morning.
I was thinking, this guy say something cooler?
Cooler, you're so sure.
So he's like, he throws it at the house. And then it stops.
It stops.
And then he's like sitting there. And then it starts again. And he's like, fuck. And then now with the cameras outside.
How about this? Sorry. But instead of going back with this, just think of the next cool
all
scene.
I wanted to say is that the banging and the meddling that we hear turns into rhythmic music slowly as the camera's zooming across the lawn and the properties. And then that's the song. that we see over the titles.
We'll talk about it when we get to production. Okay. But instead of going back and editing past scenes, just write the next fucking scene.
Sucking fucking what?
Fuck you, sucker fucking what?
All right. So now it's morning.
Now it's morning.
And the alarm, we hear an alarm going off.
Bam, bam, bam.
No, like wake up for work alarm.
Bam. Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Oh. And then we see Richard sitting there, it's like dead asleep, and the alarm's still going off.
Yeah.
And he slowly opens his eyes, and he's like, he's like, fuck! Because now he's late.
Yeah.
And he slept through the alarm.
And so he tries to put his slippers on, but one's missing. He goes, fuck! And, then he gets dressed real quick. He's running out the door. He's just like chewing a pre-wrapped Rice Krispie treat. And he's about to get to the car. He sees a slipper. He runs. He grabs that from the lawn. And he starts driving off to work. He gets to work. He's sitting at his desk. He's got an office job. And he's clicking at his computer. His eyes are beet red. He's got 5 o'clock shadow.
And all of a sudden...
Oh, and we can hear the sound of his eyes opening and closing. That's how dry they are.
Oh!
Yeah.
And then just as he's like looking, we see that he's looking up recipes.
Try not to whisper.
He's looking up... He Googled how to get rid of a bad neighbor. And he starts clicking on these sites, and we have a really close up view of his eyes jutting back and forth as he's reading, these sites, and we see like a close up view of the computer screen, and one of the sites is like says specialty poisons. And he clicks on it.
All right.
And it goes, and it's like this weird ass like almost like neo-Nazi website. It says like bad neighbor, here's a solution.
All right.
And now we have an even closer look at his eyes, and we see sweat coming down his forehead. And he's looking, he's reading. We see all these keywords because we're really close to the screen. It says like...
And then he gets interrupted.
Well, I'm getting to that.
Well, I got there.
And he says like... It says like chloroform and then death. And then it says like decay and corpse. And it says all these keywords. And then all of a sudden we hear, Richard! And he's like... And he looks up, and it's his friend.
His friend.
Who's his friend?
Played by Jason Alexander. And he goes, Richard, did you see the big game last night?
He goes, Jesus Christ, you look like a can of smashed assholes.
And he goes, can of smashed assholes?
No, we can't use that.
What's that from?
The Arrival.
Oh, yeah, we can. It's a reference. Wink, wink.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like an...
Homage. It's like an homage.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, you look like a can of smashed assholes.
Yeah. And he goes, yeah, it's my neighbor. He keeps me up all night.
He goes, I'm telling you, I'm freaking out, man.
He's like, well, did you call the cops?
He goes, I thought you said you settled that a few months ago. He's like, I spoke too soon. He goes, just call the police, man. What do you... I don't understand what the conversation here is.
He goes, I did call the police. They said they talked to him. He didn't know what I was talking about. They sat outside. They didn't hear anything.
Yeah, and every time they show up, no one answers the door, and there's no lights on, and there's no car ever there. And they think I'm crazy now.
And they go, are you sure you're not?
And there's a moment of awkward silence.
He goes, listen, Richard, what you need to do is smoke...
kill him. And he goes, what? He goes, I'm kidding.
No. He doesn't. He goes, kill him. He goes, what? He goes, I said buy noise-canceling headphones.
Yeah, he goes, yeah.
Okay, yeah, noise... Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll get noise-canceling headphones.
And then I'll kill him.
So he's... we cut to him laying in bed the next night. He's got these big, bulky headphones on. And he can't turn on his sides because they're
He tries to. We see him. It's kind of comical.
And he goes, and he takes them off. He's like, I shouldn't have to wear these in my own house.
He throws them
Yeah,
on the chair in the corner.
yeah.
And now we see, from his perspective, the headphones sitting there.
Yeah.
And we get a perspective from the headphones point of view, looking back at him.
And we hear ding, dong, ding, ding, ding. And he goes, fuck
I know.
it.
And then, this is good. And we hear ding, 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 like you just said. And then we get a view of him, like, sitting there looking at the headphones. And then the next shot is an overhead view of him sleeping there with the headphones on, and it's complete silence.
Yeah.
And he's got a smile on.
What?
It's comical. Like, he didn't want to use the headphones, and he threw them, and then the noise started, and then he's looking at the headphones, and then the next cut shot is above of him sleeping in bliss with the headphones on.
Okay. With the headphones.
Because he gave in. You know, it's like a cute
He
little
gave
movie.
in to what?
Into the headphones. It's like a little mini movie.
No, he didn't give it. He wanted to use the headphones, but
No, but he didn't. He felt like since he was using the headphones, he lost the war.
Yeah.
So he took the headphones off and threw them.
Okay. All right.
And then he's sitting there staring at them, and the headphones are staring at him, saying, "You need me." And then the noise starts, and then he's like, "No." And then the next shot is him giving in and him sleeping in bliss.
It's not as good of an idea.
But it's also, and it's silent too. So that's what is also funny, because the noise cuts.
Okay, I believe you. Yeah, you sold me. Go on.
So then, so then he's sitting there, he's sleeping, and then, what?
Oh, can we mute the TV?
Yeah.
This is all getting recorded.
This you can't hear.
I can.
So then, he's sitting there sleeping, and then we get a...
And then it starts coming in through the headphones. The bing, bing, bing.
And he wakes up, because he was dreaming, but he doesn't know.
Yeah. And he takes off the headphones, and he looks outside, and it's day.
But it's the weekend. Because he's off.
Yeah.
And, but it's silent. So then he goes about getting ready.
Mm-hmm.
You know, getting in the morning is nice. And then we should add some kind of love interest.
No. If you want, whatever. You keep... Okay, do it.
You keep talking about girl stuff?
You're just girl crazy.
Listen, I want to write a chick flick.
Go on.
Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't you crazy? Look, that's you and me. I'm the tall one. Come on, help me. It's Saturday morning.
It's
He's
Saturday
up. He's making
morning.
oranges. Oh, this is also really funny. So he gets up and he puts music on and it's blasting. And then he goes in the kitchen. He starts making blender. He's making so much noise.
Yeah.
And he doesn't realize it.
That's funny.
Right?
No.
It's ironic.
Is it? Okay. Yeah, but it's the morning and he's in this house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like it's just so noisy in his environment.
Okay.
And then he goes outside and starts mowing the lawn. Very noisy.
Okay. Yeah.
He's blowing the leaves. Noise fucking crazy.
Mowing the lawn and blowing the leaves.
Shh.
Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy actually.
It's crazy.
It's a really cool scene.
And then we cut to his neighbor. And we cut into his house. And it's nighttime in his house. And he's trying to sleep. And he looks out the window and he hears all this stuff. And it sounds like it's coming from his neighbor's property. But it's...
Wow.
But to him, he doesn't see his neighbor. And it looks like nighttime outside.
Or is it just really daytime, but we get this scary environment, like it's really dark in his house.
I don't know.
And sultry.
What do you think? Sultry?
Yeah. Like, he's kind of sultry.
He's kind of sexy?
Is that what sultry means?
Yeah.
No, I meant like steamy. You know, it looks moist in his house. And dark. And mug. Oh, dank. It looks. No, what's the word I'm looking for?
Dang.
Muggy, not muggy. It's not musky. It's musty. Musty with a T.
Yeah, musty.
Very musty in this house.
It's musty in this house. I don't really like this store. Do you?
Oh my god.
No, I'm just asking. If you do, I love it.
I'm just really got the high just hit me and I forget what we're talking about.
Okay, so let's.
What was it about?
The high just hit you, right? Let's just let's go with that. Stop lighting your lighter because you're gonna light your wire on fire. Let's do a power time. The name of the story is Power Time. We open up. We see our protagonist. He's running, and he is glowing. He's glowing bright blue, and he's running down a suburban street, a village like the village of Washingtonville. He's running. He's bright blue. Everyone sees him. They're waving at him. He smiles back. He's got a smile a mile wide.
What?
Well, not really, but it is extending past the borders of his face. And everyone is clapping for him. They're clapping for him. They go, "That's our mayor. That's
Blue Boy.
That's Blue Boy." Blue Boy. Blue Boy. He stops. He looks around, and he bows. They all go, "Blue Boy!" He starts moseying into the local tavern. He goes, "I'll have one glass of honey, please." they
Right away, Blue Boy.
They push it over on the bar. He gulps.
It falls over, but it doesn't go anywhere because it's honey.
Yeah. He goes, "Close one," and he bites into the glass and starts eating it. And they go. And
then as he's enjoying it, he overhears in the corner a bunch of redneck older men.
Yeah.
Are going, "Fucking Blue Boy. You know what else is blue? You know what I'm talking about, right?"
and they go. He goes, "No, what?" And they go,
"Your balls."
and he goes. He starts shaking. And all of a sudden, his pants start inflating, and we see 2 giant balls inflating in his pants, and the men, they get nervous. They start backing up, but now it's expanding so far at them, and one of them gets engulfed by the gap. You know, the not the gap, but like the balls almost form like lips that close in around them. And one of them, we see his hand coming out. His buddy tries to pull him out, and he just pulls the arm off.
He dies from the space between the balls.
Yes, yeah. And they go, "We're just joking, Blue Boy. We were just joking.
I voted for you.
Yeah, we vote for you every day. Your balls ain't blue."
I vote for you every day.
And then Blue Boy goes, he starts breathing out, and the balls start.
He goes, "But they are blue."
Yeah. But then he starts breathing out, and the balls start retracting back. And then and
the guy's stuck to it.
No, the guy's a skeleton. Bones just fall out from it.
In between the gap.
And they go, "Don't you forget it." And then Blue Boy runs off.
So fast.
35 miles per hour. And
instantly. 0 to 35 in a second.
And they go, the other guy, the guy that didn't talk, goes, "I didn't vote for him. Don't watch the TV. I'm turning the TV off." Okay, Jerry, stop looking at the
Blue
TV.
Boy.
Come on, Blue Boy.
Look at a blue background.
Okay, so now he's running off. Everyone starts cleaning up the bar. The barkeep starts sweeping up the honey, and he goes, I'm real freaked out by the turn this town has made." Then
Everyone always voting for Blue Boy.
And then the other guy goes, "We gotta vote for Blue Boy, or we're gonna end up just bones."
He goes, "Yeah, you ever hear the fucking Nazis? Same thing."
And he goes, "The Nazis voted for Blue Boy?" He goes, "Shut up, Donald." Let's not say Donald, it's too political. Daryl.
Daryl, I like that name.
And he goes, "I'm just saying. They're all bones now, right? I mean, they're from a long time ago."
Listen.
Blue Boy hears us talking like this, we're all going to end up boned, so shut your mouth.
You're going to lose your muscles, kid.
Just have your drink, get to your job, and tomorrow we'll all wake up and vote for Blue Boy again. And if we do that long enough, we might live long enough to see our bones.
Listen, I don't know about you, but I want to wake up with my skin.
Yes, that's a much better line. Now we cut back to Blue Boy. He starts running through buildings, old historic buildings. We see a Blue Boy-shaped silhouette through them, and all the people inside go, "Good job, Blue Boy!" And they go, "You're really beautifying this town."
No. And it's like very like North Korea. Like they must praise in the presence of Blue Boy, even though they are living.
We're not going to do the State Department's anti-North Korean propaganda for them.
Yes. Okay, so then they're all really unhappy, but they're so happy.
Yes, yeah. Okay, all right. And then Blue Boy stops. He's in the middle of the field. He starts digging. Yeah, he digs fast. He digs like a mole, but like a super-powered mole. And then he stomps, and the floor gives way, and he falls under. And there's a bunch of other blue people under there. And they go... I thought we were going to jam.
Oh, communicate?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, man. Let's cut that. Let's cut everything you said out.
Okay, but then we start to see subtitles, and we can understand what they're saying. And they go, "Blue Boy, have you won their hearts?" And he goes, "I know I've won their minds, but their hearts I cannot see through." And they go, "They love you?" He goes, "They appear to love me, but I was attacked at the bar." And he goes, "You defended yourself?" He goes, "I used my scrotum, yes." And they go, "You used your scrotum?" And he goes,
No. He goes, "I used my breasts."
Okay, yes.
And they go, "Did they notice?"
And they go, "No, they thought it was my," I believe they call it, testicles. And he goes, Why did you use your breasts?" He's like, "Because they insinuated that I did not copulate." And they go, "But have you copulated?" He goes, "I would never."
I was so trusting of that dialogue.
And then all of a sudden...
It felt like you were reading it.
and somebody goes... Then we hear a voice from up above that goes, "Hello down there." And then we look up. All the blue people look up. It's a farmer. And they go... "Mm." They open their mouths and light shines from their mouths and they skeletize the farmer. God. And his bones fall in and they get back to their conversation. He goes, "We cannot take this world by force. It will not develop correctly. We must win their favor." He goes, "I believe I have won their favor." And he goes,
Wait, they're still down there.
"Yes." He goes, do we expand?" And he goes, "I believe we have entered the expansion phase." And he goes, "Very well. We will take the next town." So then we cut to 3 months later. It's an election at the town over. What's the town over called?
Which direction?
Just make up a fucking town.
Chess tour.
Okay, a chess tour. And it's now it's Richard Sofita running against Blue Boy 2. And they give their...
This is a general election?
Yeah. And they give him a speech, and Richard Sofita gives his take. He goes, "Listen, I'm going to do this with taxes. I'm going to do this with town development." Then Blue Boy 2 gets on stage, opens his mouth, and just breathes fire into the air. And he goes...
And then light beams.
Yeah, and he goes, "Vote for me, and many more sights will be yours to behold." And then he disappears.
And then Cheer screams in ecstasy.
Oh no! Everybody looks around like, "What? We don't know what to do," and then he starts like like mechanically clapping his hands like really slowly, so they all start like kind of like going along with it, and they're like, "You will vote for me, yes?" And they're like, everyone's talking like, "Okay, we're all gonna vote for him, right?" We like hear the crowd, and one guy goes, "I'm not gonna vote for him," and he goes, "Sir, what is your address?" And he goes, "I'm gonna vote for him." Blue Boy.
Do you think there should be a scene where his nipples fly out into the crowd, into someone's eyes, to convince them to vote for him?
Yes. Okay. So it flies onto that guy's eyes, and then
And he goes,
and then we see from that guy's perspective, and it's showing. Oh, it's showing. What was the opponent's name? It was Richard Sofita. It's saying congratulations, Richard Sofita, mayor of Chester. But it's a smoking ruin. So it's like showing him what the world will look like if Blue Boy 2 doesn't win this mayoral election.
Yeah.
And
then you hear, "Do you see?"
yeah. And then the nipples fly back on the Blue Boy 2's chest. And he goes, I'm voting for Blue Boy. We're all voting for Blue Boy. Isn't that right? And everyone's like... Yeah. And so then we cut back to underneath the field. All the blue people are talking. And they're saying, "It was a smashing success, landslide victory." And then another person, like now it's a kid on a bicycle comes down and he goes, What y'all doing down there?" Then they go, "Ah!" and light shoots out of their mouths and eyes and incinerate the little boy, and just the bicycle and a few bones fall into the hole.
And they go, "Oh, I was startled. I'm sorry."
Okay, all right. So they've taken 2 towns. What's the next move?
The next town.
The next move is not the next town, because we can't just do this with every town.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So I've been watching, those documentaries.
Yes.
And the crazy thing about Egypt is that everyone who conquered Egypt didn't conquer Egypt to take it over and make it their own.
Yeah.
They conquered Egypt to be part of it and to be the pharaoh.
Sure.
So
That's what they're doing.
it's insane. So the next town they go into should be a very unique town that they become part of.
But though they have been doing that to every town. They're becoming the mayor. They just don't understand that they're being weird.
Okay. Well, then he goes to the next town. That's the point.
Okay, no, we already just did that. So we're okay. Yeah, we do.
3 time is a joke, though.
We do a montage of showing a bunch of these elections, a bunch of weird.
Him moving up the ranks, or just always the mayor?
We start to see some
He's running out in Senate.
Senator
Wait, what's the highest before president? Well, before in the houses.
I guess Speaker of the House.
No. There's the House of Representatives and then Senator.
Wait, House of Representatives.
Governor.
Wait, House of Representatives and Congress are the same thing?
Oh, Congress. Okay, so it goes mayor, governor, House of Representative, senator.
Wait.
Senators are the most important because I was in
Wait, because there's state senator and that's the lowest. And then there's senator.
The Senate. What's that Jewish guy that was our senator?
What? Why you gotta lead with that?
Nancy Pelosi and her other guy.
Yeah. Schumer.
Schumer.
Yeah.
What's he? Senator.
He's a senator.
So that's the highest. That's where all the rich ones are.
What do you mean by the rich ones?
I didn't mean that, but it does fit.
Okay, you know what? We don't
What
need...
are we talking about?
I'm gonna cut this whole civic lesson out. We don't need to do all this. Okay, so then we cut. Blue Boy's sleeping. This is Blue Boy 1. We can tell because a Chiron comes up and says, "This is Blue Boy 1" from the opening scene. And we see...
Yeah, but the way he's sleeping is that he's constantly doing flips. And he's spitting out blue beams.
Yeah. And those blue... and then we zoom into one of the blue beams, and it's a dream.
Whoa. Each beam is an individual intellect in reality?
Yeah. And in this dream, there's a giant fat, rodent skeleton. And Blue Boy is standing there, and it's just his face on a human body, on a naked human body, and the rodent skeleton says, "You misuse my planet," and he goes, "I try to acquaint myself with your planet." He goes, "You think you shake hands, but you bear a claw." And
Bear a claw.
He goes, "Bear a claw! Bear a claw!" And they start yelling "Bear a claw" at each other. And then Blue Boy wakes up and starts crying a baby's cry.
And these are navy blue tears.
Navy blue. Everything's navy blue, baby.
No, he's been glowing like...
He's been glowing.
Electric blue.
Yeah. And these are tears. They fall, and... Oh, wait, no, we can zoom in on the tears, and they kind of look like... They have, instead of teardrop tops, they have like wavy tops. Like they're almost like little self-contained lakes.
I was going to say they have universes in them.
Well, I mean... I said something else, and I said it first.
I like lakes with fish.
Yeah.
Like
Fish?
we zoom into a tear falling, and it's an ocean full of crazy creatures,
Yeah.
insane creatures.
So then the next...
And actually, we go into this world for maybe 30 seconds, and we're flying around, and we see we're in a world.
Yeah.
And it's like it looks like a prehistoric alien world.
And that's
then all of a sudden, it goes, and then we realize we were in the teardrop. Oh, it's beautiful.
Because that's what these blue people are. They accidentally create...
They are life that goes around the universe.
They accidentally create worlds all the time.
Yes,
like through their tears,
spinning.
through their dreams, through their semen. Everything they make creates worlds. The reason they need to... That they're trying to...
Live amongst us.
And like they're kind of trying to take over the world, but they're trying to do it nicely, is because this is the only world they've ever discovered that they can't trace back to a blue person. They're like, we don't know who made this.
Earth?
Yeah.
It's the only strange planet.
As far as they know, they're like...
The strangest planet. That's the name of his movie.
Yeah. I thought it was Blue Boy. I thought it was called Mayor Blue Boy.
That's the original French title.
Okay, all right. So the next morning, Blue Boy enters into the office, the underground, under the farm office, where all the other blue people, and he looks distraught. And he goes, and they go, "Blue Boy, what is wrong?" And he goes, "Last night I spoke to one of the deities of this world. It told us that we do foul." And they goes, "We can't do foul. We are loved, and we are acquainting ourselves with this world." And
have you not remembered we are omnipotent? And they go, "Are you drunk?" I have had too many pig's bloods tonight. But my question still remains relevant. I actually forgot what I asked.
The beast said we bear a claw. And they go, they all get quiet. We hear that in the background. They're not saying it. We hear that echoing through their minds. And they go, "You say that a god of this earth called us Barraclaw." He goes, "Yes. They said we are Barraclaw." And you go, "But we cannot leave. We have learned every bit of knowledge imaginable, perceptible, imaginable, digestible, consumable. And yet, this strange planet
That's good, keep going.
eludes us. These people, they do not have the fingerprint of our species.
Yeah.
They don't have the taste of our tears. They don't have the smell of our semen. They don't have the texture of our blood.
Yeah.
Where do they come from?"
And they all cheer. And now he has them riled up, like he's taking charge.
And then Blue Boy goes, "You sound as though you wish to enslave them."
And he goes,
I am not a slaver. I am an acquainter. I wish to acquaint myself with them.
I will not enslave them. They will enslave themselves.
And then Blue Boy goes, you do speak like a bear claw. and then the man that the blue man that Blue Boy is talking to goes, are you quivering? And then we look back and we see that Blue Boy is beginning to shake. He goes,
and he sent out little blue light beams.
He goes, are you ejaculating planets? And he goes,
Strange question. Strangest question in the universe.
He goes, of course, regularly.
He goes,
I have not.
We have not seen your forms in months.
Yes, yeah. And he goes, I've been busy.
You've been dwelling on Earth.
Wait, we're all dwelling on Earth.
What?
They're all dwelling on Earth.
No, but it maybe.
Oh, he goes,
Yo, you've been dwelling on the upper world.
yeah, yeah.
You love it.
He goes, we all love it.
That's why we're here hiding.
That's why we are here, is to acquaint ourselves with the mystery of this Earth.
Hiding from our own enslavement.
Enslavement of our creativity. and then all of a sudden he goes,
Enough exposition.
and the farmer goes, can you guys, what's going on down there? They go, shut up, and they fire. They shoot fire at him.
Yes, and
Yeah.
he sailotized.
And they go, that time it wasn't an accident. You lost your temper.
And it's been lost.
He goes, if you must know, I've been making my planets at night. I've been making them for my dreams and my tears because I question what we are doing here.
All right, your smooth tongue might have gotten you off this time.
He licks his own face.
But from now, this point on, we want forms for every world you ejac.
He goes, so be it.
And then the senator who's been yelling sips his pig's blood.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have mayoral duties to attend to.
That's Blue Boy.
Yeah, and he zooms up and he runs back into town and he's just destroying fucking everything. And they go, good job, Blue Boy. And he goes, ah, there's just fire coming out of his eyes and mouth.
Buildings are on fire. We
Yeah.
cut to real footage of like news footage of buildings on fire in Queens.
And then we cut to Blue Boy sitting in his mayoral mansion, looking at the burning town. He goes, I've done so much for them. I've begun to love them.
These are my people. Those senators have no knowledge of my heart. This should be very Shakespearean.
Then his assistant, a blue lady, comes in.
What? Okay.
And she goes, Blue Boy,
Sire.
I've laid an egg. And he goes, so what?
No, she goes, Sire. And he's like, ignores her. And she goes, Sire. He goes, what? Please come into the den.
Yeah.
And then he goes into the den.
And there's an egg.
In the center of the floor.
And a blue egg.
And it's got, instead of red blood, there's blue liquid, like, around it.
Yeah. And he goes, so?
He goes, there's an egg.
And she goes, look closely. And he does. He goes, it is mine? And she goes,
Sire, you have no recollection.
we must have made love in our fantasies.
Because they do that in there.
Yeah. They both fantasized about each other without knowing it, and that made...
You fantasized as I slept?
And she goes, and you...
Sire, I had no idea.
No, and she goes, and you I, or else there would be not an egg.
I like that. It's very German.
It takes two dreams to make a twain. And then the egg hatches.
No, and he goes, I don't have time for this. Clean this up. I am the mayor. I have things to do. My town is in rejoice.
And she goes, she goes, Mayor, look. And she hands him a microscope, like a fancy alien microscope. And he goes, what should I do with this? And
This goes a sentient 48. What is this here for?
She pushes his head to it, and he looks, and he sees the fucking town he's in the egg. They created the earth. And he goes, how can this be? We created the planet on which we stand? On which we stood at the time of its conception? And she goes, methinks this earth have many mysteries.
Perhaps there is more to the universe than our consciousness can even tell.
We must not let the senators find out about this.
They will end it for sure.
Yes, if they know that this earth is even stranger than initially expected, it will go past the threshold of strangeness that our people have accepted and made law.
Okay, because they really don't know which of the blue people made Earth.
No, beforehand, they didn't think any of the... So this is the thing. They were like, we don't understand, because all of these should have an imprint on it of one of our people, like every planet. But this one doesn't have any imprint that lines up to anyone.
There's no DNA.
But no, it does, but it's one from the future, because it's one that Blue Boy and his assistant made while they were already on the Earth. Because there's something about Earth that allows...
Yeah, they're like, it's the same sequence.
Because the thing is, time is stupid on Earth. And that the causality can work backwards and sideways and all sorts of weird ways on Earth. And that's why there's like weird shit like ghosts and like psychic predictions and stuff. That stuff doesn't happen on any other planet.
Or anywhere in the universe.
But this was something about the union of Blue Boy and his assistant created a planet with all these anomalies on it, and that's why
country music.
It was. That's such a bad joke. Come on. And so it was able to exist prior to its conception.
Yes.
Oh, so the assistant says, the assistant explains all that. She's like, I've been pondering this for hours. And he grabs her face and goes, you must not speak another word.
Another word out of your pretty little lips, and that'll be the last thing you do.
Blue Boy is a good guy. They're both good. But, like I said...
Not a word from your pretty little lips.
This is against the law. Anomalous behavior, it's
anomalous.
Planet behavior. They're like very open, but they have like a strangeness limit, you know? And this is it. What's the name of this? It's called The Strange Planet.
The Strangest Planet.
Yeah. And they go...
And then after this conversation with his maiden, he looks out the window at the burning town, and you can see, we're out the window looking in very close, and we see the reflection of the town flickering by in his face, and he goes, My, Cynthia. This is the strangest planet.
Yes.
And then the scene fades.
Yeah. So, the next morning, Blue Boy's chopping wood, and then somebody comes out from their back door and goes, "Oh, hi, Mayor Blue Boy. I can't help but notice you're chopping wood in my backyard." And he goes, "Oh, was I? I'm sorry, my mind was wandering. How do you? Do you need me to fix up your house?" And laser beams shoot from his eyes and shoot his chimney off. He goes, No, Mayor Blue Boy, that's okay.
My kids are actually sleeping.
It goes, oh, may I see them? No.
They're up now, I think.
Yes, yeah.
They'll probably be getting ready.
Why don't we go? Why don't we walk to the street? And then he sees that the mayor looks a little stressed. He goes, Mayor Blue Boy, are you okay?
Mayor Bloomberg?
Mayor Blue Boy, are you okay? And he goes, oh, thank you, Joshua. Yes, I am. I cannot lie to you. I am disturbed. And he goes, oh, I'm sorry. Is there?
My emotions cannot be hidden.
Is there anything I could do? He goes, you could lend me your ear. And he takes his ear off of his head and blows it in the sand. And then he goes, holy shit, and put his ears back on his head. He goes, what? Like, Blue Boy doesn't understand why that's weird.
That's a custom where he comes from.
Yeah. He goes, I just blew your ear in the sand.
Were you expecting me to blow something else?
That's why everyone calls me Blue Boy. Because I'm always blowing things. Oh, man, my allergies. It probably just sounds like we're doing cocaine.
This is ridiculous. He is running around.
He is running around. Okay, so then Blue Boy zooms away. And we're just left with Josh. He goes, that's the strangest damn mayor I ever had.
And I voted for him twice.
I vote for him every day, actually.
It must be exhausting.
Oh, okay. Then we cut back to the main.
What's the trauma?
The Earth was born.
Yeah, but what's the problem?
Oh, that the
senators want revenge?
No, that
This should be the story of Julius Caesar.
No, that they're there to discover the nature of Earth, but the nature of Earth is that Blue Boy created it, but that's illegal because it's strange, and it goes past their strangeness threshold. So Blue Boy has a secret that will
Breaks their conscience.
Will ultimately, if they find out about it, they will destroy the Earth and him and the assistant, and he's growing to love the assistant
And Earth.
Oh, he loves it.
And he thinks he fits in so well.
Yeah. Oh, and now there's a new blue guy running for president. And he might be bad.
That's who needs to happen.
Tell me about him.
Well, he's huge. We never see his face. That's how big he is.
Okay. And he goes, when I am president, I will make every tree into a giant worm.
What?
And everyone nervously claps.
I was thinking he's so big and giant and huge that we just hear.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
And it goes.
And
people are like.
Yeah. And we're seeing this on TV, and we zoom out, and it's Blue Boy and his assistant who's holding the Earth like a baby, and feeding it with her one breast in the middle of her chest, because they're aliens.
Wait, what is she doing?
She's breastfeeding the Earth.
It's just an image.
What do you mean?
On TV?
No, they're watching TV, and they're watching the president, this guy running for president, and people being awe-inspired, and they go, Mazda is running for president? And she goes, I know. He's the most fearsome of our species. And they go, and the least fair. Why him? Why have the senators agreed to this?
Why have they sent him?
And they go, perhaps they know. Perhaps they've judged this Earth as too strange. And he goes, they wouldn't be so subtle in their actions. If that were the case, our heads would be removed from our bodies and imprisoned.
The heads would be imprisoned.
They do things a little weird. And she goes, I cannot make heads or tails of this. Why him? Why now? They must know more than they're letting on. I believe that they don't know who made this, but they know it's one of us. and that one of us did it through strange manner. And he goes, how did we do this? What is the manner in which we made this anomalous child planet?
And she goes, why, it's your sperm, sir. Your magic seeds.
He goes, you know of my dreams? And then she goes, I do. And she plucks it from the middle of his skull. And you know what we see? We just see the Jack and the Beanstalk story. But Blue Boy's Jack. And he bought magic beans, but they're sperm. And
Jack and the Beanstalk.
And he goes, but why this? Are you telling me I made a planet with my dream that informed my seed, which impregnated you, which created a planet that created the myth that I dreamed? And they goes, it's possible. It sounds logical. But it's too strange. It's too many jumps. It goes against the law.
Of jumps.
The threshold of strangeness. Blue Boy, you must run. You must run.
The senators. Blue Boy, the senators.
Blue Boy starts running. He runs to the field.
Because in the horizon, they see horses coming.
Okay. Tell me what that means.
Well, no, because like this scene happens with that great monologue you just had.
Yeah.
And then and it's like later on, and she's like tidying up, and he's in the study reading. Doing mayor stuff at in his desk, and then she's like just looking out, and she looks out the window, and she sees horses and like a brigade coming over the mountain.
Yeah.
And she drops the plates, and she runs into the study. She goes, "Blue Boy,
Yes.
the senators, they're here.
They've gathered. The senators have gathered again.
They will sack us for sure."
He goes, they haven't sacked in 5 eons.
My sack.
Yes, go on.
No.
Oh, if they sack at me, they must face...
Wait, what's the name of the town?
I think it's Washington.
No, it's Chestor.
No, that's the other town.
Oh, so it's Washingtonville. Washtonville.
Yeah.
They'll sack Washtonville for sure. The senators will sack us for sure.
And we see on their horses, they have their giant scrotums inflated. Like Blue Boy did in the beginning. And they go... And then
he looks out the window and he goes... And then they're
Wait. Get your mic back on.
They're running and he goes... And he looks out and then he's got the zoom eyes. and then he sees, and then the head senator that was yelling at him in the earlier scenes, he sees him and he's on the horse and he goes, and he pulls the horse up and the horse like goes, and he's got a huge boner. He did it on purpose to show him, like,
he's erected the horse.
They've juiced the horses.
Why? What is their plan?
The horse.
Don't say.
Come on.
No, that I will cut out and make my ringtone. No. But I am cutting it out of this episode. They go, why are the senators attacking? And she goes, they know the nature of this earth. And he goes, but how? And then we cut back, and we cut to President. What was the president's name? Mad Dog? President Mad Dog? Okay, President Mad Dog's being sworn in. Again, we don't see him. We just see his hands because he's so tall. And the CIA is briefing him. They're telling him all the secrets about like the Kennedy assassination, the UFOs, and then finally they put a classification. They put a classified file down that says the
Blue Boy files.
The secret
Project Blue Boy.
That's good, but yes. And then he opens it up, and there's a document that says the secret origin of Earth. And it's all of that.
And in parentheses, the strangest planet.
Yeah.
Double titcher.
Yeah. So then he picks up a red phone that goes to the senators, and now we cut back to this time. And so...
he has the direct line to the senators. I thought this guy he didn't like the blue people.
No, he's the president. He is one of them.
I thought he was a vigilante. Like, he was like the bad one.
President Mardal? No, he's just like the most ruthless.
Oh, he's a puppet. He's put in by the senators. Yes.
Yeah.
He's just a puppet president.
But the senators didn't know this until he told them.
No. The senators are the ones who control everything. We need to establish that.
Yeah, no, that's established.
He's been put in as a puppet president.
Yeah. So the senators come into town on their horses, and they start going, Earth dreams. That's what they call humans. Do you know what you are? You are the jism and spunk of your mayor.
So they're in the town square.
Yeah.
And they're on their horses going in circles. You are nothing but the jizz of your town mayor. And it's the jizz that fell off. And it's the jizz that hit the rag.
Children, have you heard Jack and the Beanstalk? Your children's story? It made the cum that animated your planet. And then the blue senator pulls a saber out and cuts a woman's cheek. And she goes, my cheek.
Next time that'll be sperm.
What? And they go, wait, what? And he goes, I'll cut your sperm. I'll cut your sperm right in half. I've been driven mad by the strangeness of this town.
Your oxygen levels up here are just wild.
I'm not normally blue.
I feel wild. And he's nearly falling off the horse. And he's slowly going more and more insane.
It has nothing to do with the oxygen. The truth of the nature of this planet is driving them insane. Because the law is good. The strangeness threshold, it's a threshold at which the blue mind can operate. If it's exposed to this anomalous behavior of a planet, it will start to drive them into psychosis. It's not affecting Blue Boy and his assistant, or is it? And we cut back, and Blue Boy...
No, his assistant goes, Blue Boy, why has this not happened to us, sir?
And then
why are we not driven mad by this planet?
And Blue Boy looks at her, and he's got the entire phone in his mouth.
And he goes, maybe we have.
And she goes, I don't feel funny at all.
And she goes, and we go back to her, and she's got the lampshade on her head.
And he goes,
we can't let it take hold of us.
Quickly, get me every piece of literature ever produced on this planet.
All the normal stuff.
And she gives him a computer, and he reads the whole history of the planet. And he starts Googling strange occurrences. And he goes, oh my Lord. And then he pulls out a Ouija board.
And as he's reading, he grabs a stick of deodorant, he takes it off and starts eating. He goes, no!
He throws it out the window. And then he's learning about like all the like weird shit that can happen. And he goes, I have an idea. And he takes a chessboard and he flips it over and he makes a Ouija board out of it. And he starts like calling upon all the spirits and all the ghosts of the earth. And he goes, to all the strange beings and occurrences, I call on you to defend me, your father, and the seed that me and your mother have laid against the senators. That was the worst dialogue.
That was really good. I like
that. Okay, and then all of a sudden, a couple ghosts start flying out of the Ouija board. That's normal, but then a leprechaun jumps out. Then a fucking Bigfoot walks out of it. Then the Tin Man from fucking Wizard of Oz walks out of it. No, because it's like every every weird thing that's ever happened on the planet, every supernatural
You just named
thing.
all movies.
No, only one of those was a movie. But that's like, why did that show up, you know? That's like demons angels start coming out of it, like all sorts of shit. And they start flying out of the mayoral building and circling the senators in town. We're seeing every...
They all fly.
Some. And, you know, there's the leprechaun with the shillelagh. He's on the ground. Like, it's all like, there's trolls. There's, like, gods. Dragons. They're, they circle the senators. And, and then, you know who comes out? Some, like, green-faced witch. You know, I love that.
Just any green face one?
Yeah, she comes out flying, like levitating on a broom.
Yes.
And she goes...
Anomaly.
And she goes, what plan you for our planet? And he goes, I plan to devour it and jizz out a normal planet from its components. And they go... that we cannot abide. You've gone mad, and for that we are sorry. We are sorry that the strange air and earth and spore of our planet has driven you. But that we cannot abide. And then what happens? He goes, you cannot harm us. We are the creators. Oh, sorry.
I think this is a good point in the movie where everyone drops their accents.
No. This is fun. We are the creators of this universe and everything inside of it. You cannot harm us. And they go, no, we cannot. Your form is invulnerable. But we can make you go mad. Not just in mind. We can make you exist in pure madness. And and this dragon breathes this smoke on the one of them.
Breathes a breath of fire.
Yeah, but the fire burns away, and he wakes up in his bed. And then we do a fast forward of his whole day. He's in a Groundhog Day type thing. He's stuck in a loop. It's all the stuff that's not that the strangeness that they can't abide. And another one, the leprechaun. Well, help me. What's the weird shit that's gonna happen? Okay, fuck it. Maybe they all just beat him up.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, all right.
But where's the senator?
They're all senators. Oh, fuck.
The anomalies?
No. The anomalies are what the creatures are doing to the set. So they... Okay, all right. Help me. Okay, so all right, you take a swing. Take a swing.
I don't know. The last time I was thinking, last time I was paying attention, the senator was charging the house on a horse.
Yeah, but now he's surrounded by witches and dragons and leprechauns and shit. It's all the senators.
Yeah, they're all charging.
No, but now they've been surrounded by all the strange creatures of the earth.
And he goes, you shall listen to me. I am your creator.
But he's not. Blue Boy's their creator.
But he's saying this.
Okay. Who is Blue Boy saying that?
No, the lead senator.
Okay, he's lying.
And he goes, and we hear from above. There's just like storm. There's like a thunderstorm up there in the center of this circle of demons. You know?
Mm-hmm.
What do you know what I'm saying?
No.
And finally he looks ahead of him and the leprechaun's approaching him. He goes, you claim to be our leader.
our creator.
Our creator.
Why is he have?
You claim to be our creator.
Why does he have like a Croatian accent? It's Irish, isn't it?
Well, that's how he's gonna sound.
Okay.
And you claim to be our. Come on, we got it out.
Yeah.
You claim to be our. You've claimed to be our creator. And he goes, yes, I created you. What the fuck am I doing?
No, you're going. You got gold. Keep going.
I've got gold, and it says that you aren't my creator.
And then he shows him a bar of gold that says Blue Boy won. Yeah. And he shoves it down.
And then he throws the bar at his head.
And he starts. And the
senator in slow motion gets hit and falls off the horse.
Yeah. And the other senators look scared. And they go, that can't happen.
The worlds can't collide.
And they go, on this world, all things collide. And then the witch starts making all the senators bump into each other.
And he goes, an object in motion shall remain in mush.
Yeah, that's Einstein says that. And they're like, I didn't know you were mythical. And he shrugs.
And he flies away. He goes back in the circle.
And as they're bumping into each other, they're turning into babies and back into adults. All this strangeness is happening. And then Mardau, the president, comes in, and we see just giant feet. He is big.
He goes, what's been going on?
What's been going on?
And he goes, and it like the sound like makes wind, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
And
then Blue Boy. We cut back to Blue Boy in the mayoral office, and he's on the Ouija board. He's got the pointer. He's going faster and faster and faster. Then, all of a sudden, from the Ouija board sprouts the devil. And he is a fucking giant. And we're not sure he's the devil. Okay? But like it's implied, maybe he's the devil, maybe this is some old god. But some giant, powerful creature steps out of the Ouija board and busts
and he has
through.
dominatrix boots, and so it's all we see on the table. And he kicks over the board, and he kicks over the flame, and then puts his boot on. No, and then the front opens up, and he sees his toes. He grabs Blue Boy by the
and he goes, Daddy.
Daddy's home.
No.
Come on.
No. No. Well, okay. Let's go. So
he's a giant Centaurian dominatrix looking thing.
Is that what's coming out?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. So that comes out, and the assistant goes...
No, it's a Minotaur. The one that's just...
A giant...
Minotaur. Dominatrix,
huge cock.
Yes.
And,
but he's got these boots.
And his arms, he's got two old men babies that are sucking from his nipples. And then he goes... And then the assistant goes, what is that? And he goes, I think I've created a new god. And it steps out.
Minicock.
And it goes, and jizz is like kind of like rolling out of its dick. And it takes one of the old men babies and it pitches it right at the president's head. And the president falls over and the president gets back up. And he's got the baby embedded in his head. And he goes, who? And Minicock goes, me. Stay away from her.
and he shoots his nipples out.
Yeah, and they're and they're missiles.
the one nipple that's exposed because the old man's not anymore.
And it opens up and it's got teeth and it's flying like a piranha.
and he dives out of the way.
He dives out of the way. And he crushes buildings when he does that because he's giant.
It's like that fight in Power Rangers.
Yes.
Or Godzilla.
Yes. And then he gets over him, and he takes the other old man, and he shoves it into the president's mouth. And the president goes, I won't chew. And he goes, yes, you will. And he grabs the bottom jaw and the top of his head and starts making him chew.
And we get an inside view of his mouth and the old man's face going down his throat towards the camera.
But then we see the old man's face crack open and the skeleton starts growing. And it blows up the president's head. I don't know. That's stupid.
He goes, Minika!
That's the name of the movie, Minika.
Yeah, it changes at the end.
Yeah.
Because it's so powerful.
Yeah. And then Blue Boy salutes Minnecock. And then we hear the Star Spangled Banner.
Yes. Oh, say can. Roseanne's version.
Yeah. And then we just cut to that scene.
Of Roseanne?
Yeah, doing the Star Spangled Banner. And then we cut to every Star Spangled Banner that's ever been at any Super Bowl. And then we cut to, are you ready for some football? And the screen goes black. Minnecock.
Yeah, Minicock.
Minnecock. So there, it's a fucking movie.
It's a beautiful one, man.
I'm hitting
Good stuff in
stop.
there.
Okay?
Yes.